travel crew. You guys won't believe the energy in this place. Ancient gnarled roots claw at crumbling stone, and the very air vibrates with forgotten echoes. I'm Abe, and my world is a symphony of every sensation except taste. Every whisper, every unseen current screams at my heightened senses, a constant data stream. My mission? To find one ingredient, one perfect dish to break this culinary curse. The ground here is a puzzle of shifting loam and sharp, crystalline minerals, smelling of damp earth and something acrid, almost metallic, a volatile blend. I run a gloved hand over a discarded tools. Here's one that looks like a pickaxe from Earth. Its metallic tang sharp in my nostrils, a ghost of desperation clinging to the corroded steel. The wind howls a mournful tune, carrying a faint, earthy sweetness, a promise of hidden potential deep within these shadowed tunnels. What do you guys sense we're up against in these forsaken depths? All right, travel crew, this labyrinth of roots and stone is actively trying to keep its secrets. Every step echoes, and the ground beneath my boots shifts with a low, guttural rumble. I press a gloved palm against a massive, pulsating root, feeling its slow, rhythmic thrumming, a deep vibration that resonates through my bones. The air here is thick with the scent of damp earth, decaying wood, and an unsettling, almost electrical ozone. I notice a cluster of bulbous, pale growths clinging to a damp wall, their surface slick and faintly glowing. Their aroma is a complex mix of sweet, fermented fruit and a sharp, peppery spice, intriguing but also subtly menacing. I tap a boot against the floor, listening to the hollow echo, a clear sign of unstable ground just ahead. A faint, high-pitched whine seems to emanate from deeper within the cavern, a sound that grates on my heightened hearing. It feels like a living warning, a sonic barrier protecting something vital. These aren't just roots, they're a network, a nervous system. I trace the path of a smaller, gnarled root with my gloved finger, noting its rough, fibrous texture and the faint, bitter almond scent it releases. This one feels like a dead end, a false promise. What do you guys think this place is trying to hide from us with all this noise and misdirection? All right, travel crew, this is it, the source of that high-pitched whine, deep within this cavern, where the air hangs heavy with the scent of rich, dark soil and a faint, metallic tang. I see them, clustered beneath a massive, pulsating root. Partially buried in the damp earth are several gnarled, pale tubers. They have an unsettling, almost humanoid form, twisted and contorted, radiating a powerful, earthy aroma mixed with something sharp, like raw ginger and a hint of ozone. I notice the subtle shift in the shadows cast by my headlamp causes the nearest tuber to visibly recoil, its surface rippling. This isn't just a plant, it's acutely aware of its surroundings, almost sentient. I carefully adjust my light, directing a narrow beam towards one, and a faint, high-pitched wail erupts from it, a sound that vibrates through the very ground. The air around me suddenly feels charged, and my throat tightens, a familiar precursor to the curse's manifestation. I can feel it, guys. This thing is reacting to me, mirroring my own curse. The wail intensifies, a piercing shriek that makes my ears ring, and I realize my own voice is now uncontrollably loud. What do you guys think this thing is trying to protect itself from with all that noise? All right, travel crew, this is where we test the limits of these screaming tubers. The air here is thick with that pungent ginger ozone scent, a warning I can't ignore. I'm using my specialized root trowel, designed for delicate extractions, to approach the nearest tuber. My plan is to gently loosen the soil around its base, minimizing disturbance to its root network. I carefully insert the trowel into the damp earth, feeling the resistance of the dense soil and fine rootlets. A low, guttural moan erupts from the tuber as the metal touches the ground, vibrating through my gloved hand. The sound intensifies, a piercing shriek that makes my ears ache, and my own voice booms uncontrollably. I am trying to be gentle, but this thing is fighting back with pure sonic force. The ground around me begins to tremble violently, dislodging loose rocks from the cavern ceiling. More tubers buried nearby start to wail in unison, creating a deafening chorus of raw, primal sound. My attempt to isolate it has failed. I've triggered a chain reaction, a symphony of protest. The air itself feels like it's tearing, filled with the sharp metallic tang of fear and ozone. I have to pull back. Guys, this isn't just a plant, it's a living alarm system. What do you guys think is the best way to quiet a screaming root system like this? All right, travel crew, my ears are still ringing, but we are not giving up on these screaming tubers. The cavern walls continue to shudder, raining down fine dust and small pebbles around me. I am pressing my gloved palm against the stone, feeling the tremor's rhythm deep in my bones. The vibrations have a distinct pulse, a low thrum beneath the piercing shrieks of the roots. I am adjusting my stance, trying to match the cavern's resonant frequency with my own movements. My voice still booms uncontrollably, a constant reminder of the curse's relentless grip. The air around me shifts, the acrid ozone scent momentarily replaced by a faint, calming earthiness as I find a fleeting balance. A few of the closest tubers quiet slightly, their shrieking dropping to a low growl. This is a delicate dance, a culinary negotiation with the earth itself, a test of pure instinct. I am moving slower now, each step a deliberate counter-vibration against the ground's protest. The metallic tang of fear lessens, replaced by a damp, mineral-rich aroma, almost like wet slate. A wave of calm washes over the immediate area, a temporary lull in the sonic assault. It's risky, but I think I am finding their rhythm, a silent language of vibration. The ground beneath my feet feels less hostile, more responsive to my subtle shifts. What do you guys think is the next step to fully harmonize with these volatile ingredients? All right, travel crew, the moment of truth is here. I am carefully loosening the soil around the largest tuber, my gloved fingers sensing every minute vibration. The ground beneath me pulses, a living heart responding to my touch. I am lining my woven basket with thick, broad leaves, their resinous scent a shield against the tuber's fury. A sharp, rooty aroma, like damp soil and raw ginger, intensifies with each delicate movement. The tuber's shriek intensifies to a piercing wail as I gently lift it from its bed. The cavern walls groan in protest, raining down a fine, mineral-rich dust that stings my nostrils. I am securing the volatile ingredient with coarse twine, binding it firmly within the leaf-lined basket. The air crackles with an acrid ozone scent, a clear sign of the immense energy I've just disturbed. A deep, throbbing hum resonates through the stone, making my teeth vibrate. I am moving with precise timing, knowing one mistake could destabilize everything. The metallic tang of fear returns, sharp and cold, as the entire chamber seems to hold its breath. I have contained it, but the surroundings are still shifting, a dangerous aftershock. What do you guys think is the next step to calm this angry environment? All right, travel crew, the aftershocks are still hitting hard, but I am not yielding an inch. The cavern groans around me, a symphony of shifting rock and ancient, damp earth. I am bracing myself against the pulsating stone, feeling the earth's angry heartbeat through my boots. A sharp, metallic tang of ozone mixes with the deep, rooty scent of the tuber, a volatile cocktail in the air. I am sensing the subtle air currents, the faint whispers of wind that guide my balance. The basket containing the tuber vibrates intensely, a low thrumming that resonates deep in my chest. I am adjusting my stance, countering the oscillating vibrations with precise, minute shifts. My heightened hearing picks up the faint, high-pitched whine from the tuber, a constant pressure behind my eyes. I am using my body as a stabilizer, a culinary anchor in this chaotic space. The air grows heavy, thick with the scent of raw power and the faint, sweet decay of ancient minerals. I am focusing on the natural rhythms, the slow breath of the cavern to harmonize the energy. Every muscle aches, but my focus is absolute, a razor-sharp edge against the chaos. I am maintaining this delicate equilibrium, a dance with disaster. The tuber's shriek subsides to a low, guttural growl, a temporary truce. What do you guys think is the key to keeping this powerful ingredient from exploding? All right, travel crew, this is where the real work begins. I'm setting up my field station, a delicate balance against the cavern's raw power. The air still hums with the tuber's suppressed energy, a low thrumming against my teeth. I'm using a specialized, heat-resistant ceramic blade, honed to a molecular edge to score the tuber's leathery skin. A high-pitched whine erupts as the blade touches, vibrating through the rock and into my bones. I adjust my grip, counteracting the tremor with a precise, almost imperceptible shift in my stance. The tuber pulses, a deep crimson light flaring from within, threatening to rupture. I apply a focused, low-frequency sonic pulse from a handheld resonating tool, calming its internal vibrations. The scent of raw, concentrated earth and something like ozone intensifies, burning my nostrils. A small fissure opens, releasing a puff of acrid, sweet-smelling vapor that makes my eyes water. I immediately seal it with a quick-setting mineral-based paste, my movements fluid and exact. This isn't just cooking. It's a high-stakes negotiation with pure, untamed energy. What do you guys think is the most dangerous part of this initial purification? All right, travel crew, this is it, the Mandrake root sauté. The dish shimmers, smelling of deep earth, caramelized sweetness, and electric spice. Ancient cavern walls vibrate, witnessing this culinary gamble. I lift a piece, its tender, firm surface intensifying the aroma. My senses scream, but my tongue is void. I take the first bite, just texture. Then, a violent jolt tremors through me as I try to speak. It's working! I can feel something! I shout, my voice exploding, echoing off the crumbling stone. My ears ring, my voice deafening. I try to whisper, still a bellow. Everything I say is a shout. I roar, the air vibrating. This curse isn't just taste blindness. It's a full-body assault. What do you guys think this new, loud development means for our next move? All right, travel crew, this is the new normal. Everything I say is a shout, a constant roar, echoing off these ancient, crumbling walls. The Mandrake root soufflé gave me a glimpse of hope, but it exacted a price. I can still smell the lingering earthy sweetness, a hint of the raw power I consumed. The air here now carries a faint metallic scent, like distant blood and forged steel, a warning of what lies beyond. I run my gloved hand over the rough stone, feeling the vibrations of my own voice shake the very foundation. This world demands adaptation, constant vigilance, and a willingness to pay the toll. My heightened hearing picks up a faint, whispering wind from a darker, more forbidding passage. It smells of ash and something anciently rotten, a promise of greater danger. This isn't just about taste anymore. It's about survival, about mastering every curse. I can't whisper, I can't be subtle, but I can still cook. We've learned the cost of power, the true nature of these cursed ingredients. What do you guys think we need to do to navigate this new, louder reality?